Hello everyone, and this is Andrew Hartnett here to present my Pecha Kucha presentation, and I am choosing to do mine on the ocean because it's such an important resource, place for recreation, and so many things, and something I really feel that we need to make a better effort to protect for our future generations. The ocean is home to many forms of recreation, including surfing, windsurfing, kiteboarding, boogie boarding, swimming. It's a great place for all kinds of different people to have different escapes and different forms of self-expression, and I find that really important. Fishing is huge. With a polluted ocean and dying fish, there'd be thousands of people out of work. Some people make a living fishing, never mind just the people that do it recreationally or as a serious hobbyist. There's a worldwide market on fishing that could be destroyed if our oceans go to waste. And our families and our children. In this world, that we're starting to run out of places that it's safe to take your kid and a good place to take them and raise them. And I think raising a kid at the beach is a great way to raise a kid, me being the product of such an upbringing, actually. Unfortunately, there's pollution, and a lot of it. There are rivers and islands of garbage in our oceans, and we just keep dumping it there and ignore it like it's just going to go away all by itself. There are people that fish for their food that they're going to eat, and the fish that they're going to sell in markets in rivers full of garbage on boats floating on what doesn't even look like water. As the garbage continues to collect in our oceans and rivers, wildlife will suffer greatly. Fish will die, dolphins, turtles. We run the risk of losing a lot of endangered species. And as we continue to ignore this growing problem in our ocean, the garbage is just going to keep piling up. It has nowhere to go. And the more garbage we have, the more wildlife will suffer. And as the wildlife suffers, habitats will be ruined and animals will die. And as all those animals and fish die, disease will spread. It'll be an ocean full of rotting animals, and I think more attention needs to be given to our oceans, considering it takes up 70% of our world's surface. It is certainly something that plays a huge role in our lives and will play an even larger role in the future. If you need proof of this growing problem, one only needs to look to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, an area of garbage covering a surface area of at least the size of the United States and 10 meters deep. And it's just going to continue to grow until we do something about it. But there is a bright side. There are people that are finding ways to recycle and reuse this garbage. People are making boats out of plastic bottles, even islands out of plastic bottles, and making sustainable ecosystems from what we just throw away and let float in the ocean. As we continue to further pollute our oceans and our world in general, slowly our ozone starts to slip away and our ocean levels start to rise and erosion begins to take over. Erosion is a problem everywhere, especially here in Florida, where I'm speaking to you from. And it's only going to continue to get worse unless we start to do something. Our coasts are moving inward. Soon, Florida won't even exist as a state in a few centuries, according to current predictions, because erosion is just going to continue to eat away along with rising sea levels. I think we face something very impertinent that we need to deal with. Other things that we have to respect the ocean for is her ability to create such epic natural disasters. Hurricanes have been a problem for us as humans for years and years, and there were times when we didn't have such easy ways of predicting when they would come and the damage they would do and what path they might travel. These are all modern inventions. There was a time when you wouldn't even know it was coming until you saw the storm coming your way. And all the technology in the world still won't save us if we don't pay Mother Ocean her due respect, because the ocean is a powerful thing, and we need to respect it. We need to treat it better. We need to keep it clean, and we need to remember that it's a force to be reckoned with, and the ocean can humble us very quickly if it chooses to do so. As pollution becomes a bigger problem and our world gets harder, animals are losing their environments as our polar ice caps melt away. And that leads to increasing sea levels and eventually coastlines that begin to shrink, and all land masses will begin to move inward and begin to be covered by ocean where there used to be land. And someday this could even lead to something that might grab attention's people a little quicker than a polar bear losing its home. We could lose our homes. There's a complete potential, if we do not take care of this problem, for our ecosystems, if you will, to begin to disappear. And possibly even more so than other species on this earth, we are delicate. We can't really afford to be having to move and relocating people. The world is a very populated place, and if the land starts to shrink even more, we're going to run out of places to put people, and that could cause all kinds of global economic problems and other countless problems. So what we're left with is we have to ask ourselves, how important is it? Is a global economy on fishing and other ocean-based trades something worth saving? Or are we going to just let our ocean die, and along with us, possibly our future and our own race? What do you want to leave your children? Personally, myself, I want my kids to grow up on a clean beach like I did, playing in the ocean and enjoying the good years while they can. And this cannot happen unless we do something to protect our oceans. Thank you.